We made it to the top of the giant hand.
So, you remember that point in DMC Devil May Cry where Dante was breaking chains to free the statue of what I guess was his father?
Was he voiced
Suddenly,
by Michael Clark Duncan?
suddenly I get the feeling it wasn't
Wait,
such
this
an
is Motherfuck
original
Duncan?
visual concept after all.
Yeah, this is Michael Clark Duncan. How do you not hear it? Michael Clark Duncan has such a distinguished voice.
I wasn't 100% sure, but
If you're asking how I don't hear it, I don't hear it because the volume's so low.
Is this one of the Titans that we're freeing?
this is Atlas.
This is... Oh, Atlas. Okay. Why are we beating up Atlas?
We're not beating up Atlas. We're just trying to get out.
Why is Atlas trying to beat us up?
Because we're Kratos.
Okay, yeah, you must trust me. Those are the words that I would listen to least from Kratos. It's like, okay, let's talk to Darth Vader. Come on, Luke.
Man,
You can trust
Atlas
me.
Atlas is losing a thumb wrestling contest with Kratos' entire body.
Kratos would cheat. Kratos would use his index finger.
And how do you plan to defeat the king of the gods?
Okay, Atlas, we're not tossing out insults, okay?
I can hear you just fine, Kratos. You don't have to yell.
This is my indoor voice!
Really? I feel bad for your wife.
I cannot wait to hear your battle cries.
Bloodlust and power raged within Zeus. His desire to rule over mortals was entirely
Cutscene, power, visuals.
Wow. Suddenly, I don't know why, but I'm seeing like Storm from the X-Men.
Stormfit. No, you see that. It was like, I don't know, if he had a hat on, he'd be a dead ringer for Raiden.
Yeah. Also, Hades, you got a really weird design.
See, look, there's Goro. I think that's Cabal.
So what's our superpowers again, or are we just really, really big? The hooks! Hi, Poseidon.
So are they just trying to establish that the gods are dicks? Which we already knew.
Which we already knew.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Poseidon just zapped lightning. What the fuck makes Zeus so special then?
His lightning is better.
Okay, it's just a higher tier of lightning.
Yeah, Poseidon knows Thundara, Zeus knows Thundaga.
If I remember
Who's got
correctly,
your soul?
If I remember correctly, Hades actually did appear in God of War 1 and looked completely
Yes,
different.
he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, way different. Had a very demonic face.
And he wasn't voiced by James Woods.
No. I think it's the biggest upset. That guy just got up after having his soul ripped off.
Well, it's Atlas, so.
Oh, you know, maybe it's like the Dementor's kiss. You're still alive. You're just a vegetable.
What kind of vegetable?
Carrots, onions.
I like carrots.
Probably something unpleasant like asparagus.
Ugh.
Asparagus is fine. It just makes your piss smell.
Nah, I don't like it.
Cauliflower.
Oh,
I like
there
cauliflower.
we go.
Cauliflower's fine. It's bland, but
Fuck
it's
you.
fine.
I'll shit talk asparagus, but don't you dare fucking touch cauliflower.
Well, I don't like greens. I like vegetables that aren't green, okay? Well, most of them.
Well, that's a lot of vegetables you don't like.
Yeah, well, the only green vegetable I've ever been able to eat is broccoli, and this is a weird tangent to be on while the gods are my cash shit, but...
I think I know what I'm calling this episode now.
Battle of the Jolly Green Giants.
No, Veggie Tales.
But, like, broccoli is the only green that I can really stand, so...
Darkest bits of Hades. This is pretty bright.
just don't ask me to eat Brussels sprouts and we'll be good.
Nobody likes
was
Brussels
Atlas
sprouts. Anybody
really
that does are lying.
Was Atlas originally a Titan in the mythology? Or?
No, he just
Yes, he
holds
was.
up the Earth.
Yeah, because I don't remember him being a Titan. I remember him being a god.
He's not a god either. He just holds up the earth. I don't.
We got a shockwave move.
Oh no! Now we're the platformer boss.
You know, the custom avatar in Sonic Forces can have a special ability exactly like this if you put the cube weapon on, Wispon, whatever. Just a shockwave that turns everything into cubes and then shatters them.
Nope.
So are we the platformer boss in that game?
I suppose. It made the level that it was showed off in look really boring, though.
So this entire thing is just Kratos throwing a hissy fit.
But I don't want to help the Titans. I want to be a Zeus myself.
Now, you see, this is how we know that Kratos has no sense of humor, because anyone with a sense of humor would take the opportunity to just do sumo wrestling stomps all over the place and kill everything that way.
It just lifts his leg right up in the air and slams it down.
Yeah. I can tell this is pre-rendered. Everything got blurry all of a sudden.
And the frame rate was cut in half.
That as well.
Does God of War run at 60 FPS?
Yeah, but the problem with a lot of
Gameplay.
late-gen PS2 games is that because of system limitations and the need for quality assurance, they made a lot of their cutscenes pre-rendered. Like, a lot of the cutscenes in Resident Evil 4's PS2 edition, including everything in the Ada campaign, was pre-rendered.
Yeah, one of the most disappointing things about that version of the game,
Yeah, because all the
especially with the Mafia outfit.
all the HD remasters have to use the pre-rendered cutscenes, though, so they wind up having like a lot of cutscenes that are just really blurry. Devil May Cry 3 is
Yeah.
another case of that happening a lot.
Yeah, it's like a lot of HD remasters will have the 4:3 cutscenes, and then the in-game cutscenes are suddenly 16:9 and look really weird by comparison.
Yeah, well, the in-game cutscenes are 16:9, and that leads to a lot of stuff that's supposed to be out of frame being in frame for some reason. But
I don't even remember the HD remasters of 4 restored the costumes for cutscenes, at least the Mafia one.
well, the cutscenes in the main campaign of Resident Evil 4 were real-time, I believe, because those were originally put on GameCube. And that meant they had the real-time cutscenes to use, but all the stuff that was PS2 exclusive had to be done real-time. I mean, not real-time, pre-rendered. Ugh. That's the opposite of real-time. One of the big things about the Metal Gear Solid series, in fact, was that all of its cutscenes were, in fact, real-time.
Real-time,
And
yeah.
they gave you
Which
the
made
ability
which made Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS1 look really silly at points.
Yeah, they made sure to give you the ability to mess around with the camera in the cutscenes just to prove that it was real time. You know.
Otacon, how am I talking when my lips aren't moving?
It's called low-res technology, Snake.
Everybody's got the retro Solid Snake skin on the Octocam.
Yeah. I love doing that in a Solid 4. Just have the classic PS1 face on.
No, I go to Young Snake because Old Snake depresses me.
Well, that too, but it's either Young Snake or PS1 Snake. Just so everything looks highly detailed and then suddenly pixelated face.
Yeah, you're staring at that high definition man ass.
Well,
and
that's-
I'm looking at with
that-
the retro PS1.
That's not to say that pre-rendered cutscenes can't be smoothed out to look decent, because you know the FMVs for the Final Fantasy remasters all look pretty freaking spectacular.
Well,
I
that's just
assume
because Square
they
just
kept-
spends
they
$1
kept
million
some,
on CG anyway. Though, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, but it's even if it's good CG, it'll still look pretty blurry unless they smooth it out manually or have uncompressed versions on hand to use. Which I'm not sure Square actually does, but
Go away, you bomber person.
I'm guessing the
Oops,
giant
I'm
troll
dead.
plays like every other giant troll monster in video games ever.
Yeah.
yeah. Slow, lumbering, heavy hitter, shockwaves.
You see, I'd never understood why the big enemies would have to move slowly. Like, if you're that big, wouldn't you move more quickly?
You'd think,
And
but
and that's why the Titans in Attack on Titan are so damn feared.
Yeah, but you would think, but more body mass means more strength proportionally needed to move the body.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Well, it's more like you wouldn't need the same amount of relative body mass to move quickly. You need more. You need to be really frickin' beefy to move at a regular speed, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is that those really big enemies always have, like, jacked muscles, so you think that they would be strong for a creature of their size, I guess?
It's more like that's necessary for them to move quickly. You know how, like, size affects a lot of weird things. Like, a bug can fall...
Sorry.
A bug can fall...
Sorry, I'm 14.
What? I don't get it.
Size does affect a lot of things, Lewis.
Oh, alright. Well, a bug can fall an extremely high distance without taking nearly as much damage in proportion to, say, a human who fell the same amount of distance relative to their own body size. So,
Yeah, if a roach were to fall from the table, it probably wouldn't even be.
It wouldn't.
But
Yeah.
if we were to fall from the table,
If we were to fall from the third story of a building, we'd take more damage relative to our own body size than that bug would take from that distance. Even though, if you were to compare sizes, a roach falling from a table probably fell more times its own body size than we would falling from a building.
the square cube law.
Mass is important for stuff like this.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that the bugs go to church more. Okay. Got it.
Yes.
I'm saying that they're not as heavy, so they can move more. They can move more quickly with less physical strength. You know how like an ant can lift a certain amount of like many times its own body strength rather easily.
I never liked that. I never liked the movie Ants. It was like, okay, yeah, we get it. You want to be like Pixar, DreamWorks. Okay.
Well, they tried and succeeded once, but that's about it.
So, why are we, did we get sent to the Fates Temple after beating up Atlas, or,
Atlas just sent us here, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it was across the chasm that we were arguing with Icarus over.
Oh, okay.
And then Atlas was nice enough to pick us back up, so good on him.
Man, these spiked floor trap areas are annoying.
Okay, so here's my question, and this might, spoil later parts of the series, but I don't really give a shit. Would it have been better for the world if Kratos had just died, and the gods just kind of kept on going?
No.
No? Okay.
The gods are assholes too, so.
Yeah.
The gods are assholes, but they're even more of an asshole after Pandora's box was opened.
Okay.
Which was technically Zeus's fault because he ordered Kratos to do it, so.
Mm-hmm. Knowing full well what was inside the box.
So he knew that opening it would make him go crazy?
Mm-hmm. He's the one that put the evil in there in the first place.
But
he knew it was in there, so he ordered us to do it anyway.
He probably developed enough of an ego that he was thinking, this won't have much of an effect on me. I'm better than that.
Oh, shit, wait, no, I'm not.
You see, if they really wanted to retcon it, they'd make Zeus the villain from the beginning and say that his plan was to like manipulate Ares into being evil to make Kratos open the box the entire time.
I don't necessarily think that's necessary. I think it's okay for the villain to have made a stupid decision.
Oh no, it definitely would have been unnecessary, but I'm just saying if they really wanted to retcon it and make Zeus like the true bad guy of the entire series or whatever, which I guess he is, but
you know, sometimes people just make bad decisions and that comes back to bite them. And I know he's a god, but, well, Greek gods aren't exactly the smartest deities out there.
No, not really.
Should I put my dick in it? No, Zeus, you shouldn't put your dick in it. I'm gonna put my dick in it.
I'm gonna put my dick in it.
Don't do it. I'm gonna do it.
Insert instructions unclear meme here.
Did I hear inserting, says Zeus?
That meme is annoying. There's always some No, there's always like 12 assholes in every comment section for an instructional video that says it. I'm like, okay, you're not clever. And it was only funny the first time someone said it. What makes you think you're the first one? You're not. Go away.
Yeah, but then if everybody assumes that somebody else said it, then nobody would ever say it, and then we wouldn't get our memes. Memes are important.
The world would have lost nothing of value.
You're never the first comment. In fact, stop writing that now.
Even if you are the first, you've gotten to this point in the video where you're not the first.
Okay, if someone were the type to write a first comment, they would not have watched this video to the end before doing it. In fact, they would not have pressed play.
They probably didn't even watch the video to this point, so we can say you guys suck, and they won't even notice.
Yeah.